broke my arm, and then I had a traumatic brain injury, and then this is all skin grafted skin because my arm caught on fire when the engine was on top of me.
He wants to get back on the force, but because of that brain injury, the liability of having him go back on the force is huge.
I lost my kneecap and all the ligaments and tendons in my leg. They did a muscle flap with my calf muscle and flipped it up over the top of my kneecap, and it acted kind of as my kneecap. And so it came down to a quality of life thing. And so 3 years after my accident, I decided to have my leg amputated.
Jarmin began his police career in December 2007 with the Bay City, Texas Police Department, possessing both the motivation and passion to make a difference in his community.
I loved it. Never the same day. I mean, I really felt like it was something that I enjoyed and it was something that I was good at.
But just over 10 months into his career, Mo's life was about to catastrophically change. On September 3rd, 2008, while working an overtime assignment directing traffic for a road repair crew, tragedy struck.
So I'm holding up my stop sign and the first 2 cars coming stopped. And then came a semi-truck, and the semi-truck driver was high on cocaine. He rear-ended the first car going 60 miles an hour. As he hit it, went off at like a ramp up in the air. And I saw the accident and I dropped my stop sign and I took off running, but still the semi-truck came down and it landed on top of me and drug me for another 100 yards. And I had to wait for 45 minutes for the paramedics to get there.
As Mo clung to life, he was transported to the hospital via helicopter with life-threatening injuries, including a severe brain injury, multiple broken bones, and a mangled left leg.
I was there for 30 days in a coma in the ICU, and then after that they transferred me to the Tier Hospital for my traumatic brain injury.
After months of grueling rehabilitation and therapy, Mo continued to recover from his injuries, but the realities of his situation began to take shape. Though, because of the thoughtfulness of his peers donating their vacation time, he did receive his paycheck for the 6 months following the accident. He did not qualify for disability benefits through the state due to him having only been with the department for 10 months.
In Texas, I think the rule was you had to work for the department for a year before you were eligible to get your full-time benefit stuff. And I don't know, I only worked there for 10.5 months before my accident happened on September 3rd. Because they said, thank you for your service, but you're no longer needed.
And though he would receive the Star of Texas Award from Governor Rick Perry in 2009 for his sacrifice, Mo was now disabled with no source of financial assurances for the future.
And when I wasn't working, nobody was working, and so I was on disability from Social Security, and that was my only income for a long time, and that's when my ex decided I didn't think I was going to be able to work at all again, and she decided to divorce me and send me back to live with my parents here in Utah. And that's when I met and married my new wife, and the best thing that ever happened to me, I had to lose a leg to meet her though, right?
He would walk by my house every other day. Then he started to stop, and then he said, hey Doe, can I just come talk to you? So that was the awesome part, and pretty soon I'm like, yeah, you can come in. And then we went on a date, and so just by getting more active into the community and more, we just kind of started building a relationship. And when he proposed, I thought he was falling over, you know, but I was like, okay, you have this leg, you don't know what you're doing. I thought he was falling over, so I went to pull him up. He goes, no, I'm gonna ask you a question. So that was really funny, and then he gave me this beautiful ring. And now it's been 10 years.
The couple wed in May 2012 and later adopted 2 children, Ben in 2016 and Max in 2019. And with both boys having special needs, much of the burden for care had fallen on Doe when, after 10+ years of use, the prosthetic leg Mo received after his amputation was no longer serviceable.
I'm walking a little bit too much because I was only supposed to walk like 1 million something steps, and I was up to like 3 million steps that I've been walking just because I still work full time and I have to walk every day a lot.
I see him come home and take that prosthetic off, and that skin has a hematoma on it. He's not really one to complain too much because he wants to do what everybody else can do.
The older a socket gets, we are all human and we all change shape a little bit from year to year. And over time, the socket fit doesn't necessarily follow his shape anymore, and he can get increased pressure where he can get pressure sores, he can get blisters from a poorly fitting socket. But the fact that the carbon fiber is starting to crack and fail is a huge sign that it was time to get him a new leg going.
And with no disability benefits to replace the leg, the outlook for Mo and his ability to continue to be physically active in his family's life was grim. That is until December 24th, 2022, when Mo received a life-changing phone call. Several different people from different police agencies, unconnected with each other, have reached out to me in just the last couple of days. So here's the deal, man. These guys came to me and said, we know the Wounded Blue has helped other officers in the past. Mike is an incredible man. He's touched so many lives. And we want to make sure that he knows how much he's loved. So,
thank you.
Mike, Wounded Blue is going to pay for your new leg.
Wow. Thanks so much. That means so much to me.
Made my day. I was smiling from ear to ear. I can't say thank you so much. It means so much to me how much more mobile it's going to make me, how much more I can walk and just do the things I need to do in everyday life. That makes me grateful. Thank you so much.
And the Wounded Blue was there every step of the way as Mo embarked on the journey of creating his life-changing new prosthetic leg. Led by Kyle Rasmussen, the process at the Hanger Clinic in Salt Lake City began with the casting of his upper leg and a series of specific measurements of variations in circumference, length, and width. The cast and sizing were then utilized to create a mold, which was again measured and fine-tuned to exact specifications before a new socket was manufactured to finally fit Mo perfectly.
After we've tuned the socket up through this test socket phase, we then go to a finished mold where we form a carbon fiber socket under vacuum. The other element of that is taking the knee unit and the foot and making sure that they are aligned in a position that works for the patient, that allows him to walk smoothly and freely without having to think about his steps.
Upon receiving the socket, now embossed with the Wounded Blues logo, the new prosthetic was tested on both fit and performance as Mo simulated the rigors of day-to-day use. But the real impact of his new leg was still to come.
It impacted my life a whole bunch, just as far as comfort level goes, and the comfort makes me able to move faster, not hurt as much, and just bend and be more mobile, run and chase after my kids, just feel like I can be more part of their lives. And my wife has comments on how it had affected her life as well.
I notice when he's walked, his hips tend to stay at the same level rather than kind of stepping in or stepping up into a leg. So I'm noticing he's walking smoother. His gait is better. I'm not hearing like, okay, I have a weeping blister on my leg now because it's been rubbed so much. And he's just able to be more mobile, and he's loving it because we're baseballing with our kids and soccering with our kids, and it's just a lot of fun to have him be here with us rather than on the sideline. And that's good too, but we want him involved with us.
Mo's newfound ability to be physically active with his family has brought forth an incredible change to his outlook on life, allowing him opportunities he once could only dream of. But the Wounded Blue had one more surprise for the Jarmin family.
You've been in this home for a while, and there's, you were talking about the kitchen, and you wish it was a little bigger, and you were thinking about you had gotten actually some plans to move some of the house into the garage and remodel it a little bit and make it bigger, right? Well, guess what?
What?
It's happening.
No way.
Thanks, Randy. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again. Thank you. Oh, wow.
We're going through this process, he's so excited because he said, you know what, it fits, it doesn't hurt. We're adjusting it, we're moving it. This is amazing, he said. I can walk 12 hours and be fine.
It brings tears to my eyes. It makes me so happy that you guys care, and it makes me feel so loved that I'm still part of the team, and we're never forgotten or never alone, and that the Wounded Blue cares about me, and it just feels like a big hug that you guys still love me and appreciate the service that I give and that I continue to give and that I can give with the help of the Wounded Blue. And I just want to say thank you guys so much.
Is when Mo and I
I got married, we decided that this was going to be about helping children, helping people with special needs, and just bringing people into our lives and know that they're loved and not forgotten.
Help change the lives of injured and disabled law enforcement officers. Donate to the Wounded Blue.